Hey Collapser, in this video we're going to be talking about fishing. Fishing is potentially one of the most important things that you can do in Collapser in order to help gain a lot of experience. So why fishing? Once you hit level 100 you're able to start catching your first monsters, but it's not until you hit about level 120 when you're able to start catching monsters that really start to give you a bit of experience. This is also where your lava fishing begins. The first monsters that you're able to catch, that you are able to put in a fishing bowl and save for later to kind of kill with teams, is a Triton for water, and it is a Charmander for lava. As you continue to progress with your levels, the monsters get stronger and stronger, and they also begin to yield a lot more experience for you. Down here you can see this experience chart, which kind of breaks down how much experience you get for monsters, and trust me, the experience is very valuable to help level your character. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the tools that you can use while you're fishing. First on this list here is the watering can. Watering cans are completely optional. This isn't something that you absolutely need. What they do is they help grow back grass or wheat. They generally take a while to grow back, so this can help speed up trapping monsters so that way you can get along with your day. Second on our list is the fishing spear. The fishing spear increases your chance to catch fish while fishing. That being said, it does cost 15 commendations from the Fishing Guild, so it is something that will definitely help you later down the line, but at the start it is not necessary. The third item is a fish bowl. These are used to bowl the monsters that are level 120 plus, such as Tritons and Charmanders. This will be absolutely necessary to help you as you continue to fish. The next on the list is the fishing rod. The fishing rod is what you'll start out with. Everyone starts with it, so you'll use this until you're able to get a fishing spear. Once you get a fishing spear, you don't need the fishing rod anymore. The machete and the scythe are used in order to help you cut down grass and wheat so that way you can trap the monsters efficiently. Lastly, we have the weak and ample fishing scrolls. Weak scrolls last for 2 hours and will increase your chance to catch fish as well as increasing your skill. Ample scrolls do the exact same thing, but they do it for 10 hours. Weak scrolls are obtained through water bundles as well as loot from the fish monsters. Ample scrolls are obtained through the lava bundles as well as drops from the monsters. Ample scrolls can also be purchased at the Fishing Guild for 2 commendations each. Let's go ahead and talk about the scripts that you are going to need in order to fish. You won't be able to really fish unless you are using Elfbot. Again, you shouldn't even be playing Collapser unless you are using Elfbot. I do have another video which does have a tutorial as to how to set up Elfbot, so if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do that now. Once you have Elfbot set up and have a basic understanding of it, this is going to help out a lot for understanding what you need to do to set up in order to fish. These first scripts that I have up here, this is for our healing and for our mana. We do need to make sure that we're always healing because monsters will damage us. We also want to use mana as well so that way we can continue to use our healing spell. Now that being said, we do have a threshold for the amount of healing that we want to do. You don't want to be spamming healing all of the time because if you do, you're going to use all of your mana. Mana and fishing are on the same cooldown, so you want to be using your mana potions as little as possible. So as you can see here, I've set my healing percentage to be at 70%. You can adjust this to whatever makes sense for your character based off of your level and your equipment. Same thing with your mana, you can change this percentage to be whatever you need it to be. This next script here is for reconnecting. This is when server save hits or if you die or there's an internet issue that you have with connectivity, you can always reconnect there. Your starting script is for fish. This is just if you're using the fishing pole, not if you have the new fish spear. The fish spear script is right here. This one will help you with being able to use your spear and put it in a specific position. As you can see here, there's the position for +4, and then -4 over here. So this is dictating to which way you're going. This is on a scale of X and Y, where X is left to right, Y is up and down. You can play with these numbers here if you want in order to create more scripts or if you have a preferred fishing spot that will help you reach exactly where you want to fish. Right here is our ample and our 2-hour scrolls. This is great scripts here because what they do is they make it so that way if you are dead and in the temple and you're in that positioning, you won't actually use the scrolls. This one down here is for our bundles. What this will do is this will use the bundles that are on the ground when the elementals and the minions die. That way you can go ahead and collect the items from them as well as stack them together and drop any unused or unneeded items. Lastly, down here I did also include a script for fishing in a very specific spot. This is using coordinates, so if you want to plug in your own little coordinates here, this is the fishing spear ID, and here's just your XYZ coordinates that you can put in if you would like to fish in a specific spot. Now let's talk some tips and tricks in order to help you maximize your fishing experience. One of the first things that you are going to want to do once you start fishing in the day is go ahead and try and trap a dock or a Tyria in some grass that you have. If you're able to trap them like you see here, they're able to send their waves out, and what they'll actually do is kill the monsters that are surrounding you. The reason you want this to happen is because when water elementals die, they turn into a water bundle, and you will use that water bundle with the scripts that we just gave in order to get commendations and to get other items from it. If you're ever surrounded by 8 monsters at once, you can no longer fish a monster and have it spawn, so they have to find a way for you to die naturally. One of the main rules in Collapser is that you are not allowed to target monsters automatically while you're not at the computer. This is why finding stronger monsters to kill the weaker ones is really important. Docks are the best, or kinglers, since they are strong enough that they are able to kill even Tyrias. Even one Tyria will help you a little bit, but it could still result in you still being surrounded by 8 Hydros. So in this case, finding a second one is great, or again, finding something better. Fishing commendations are really important, and you can access them by typing !commendations. This will tell you how many fishing commendations you currently have. They can be spent over at the Fishing Guild. The Fishing Guild is just south of the depot. You can also get there by using the teleport !teleport Wilfred. He's the leader of the Fishing Guild. If you just head down here, you can see all the things that he sells. This is where you can purchase fishing spears, fishing bowls, and ample fishing scrolls. There is also teleports in the Fishing Guild. These teleports will take you to places that are very useful. The first one here is to go back to town. The second one is to head to a random fishing island that is non-PvP, so you cannot be killed here. These are really good if you don't have a private place to fish, like in someone's house. The third spot here, when active, will take you to the fishing hotspot. Fishing hotspots have increased chance of catching fish, and they also have a chance to give you a fishing commendation every time that you cast your spear. The fishing hotspot is active twice a day, and it's only active for an hour and a half. So heading there, both 2 times a day, is a real great chance for you in order to increase your fishing abilities. In order to go to the fishing hotspot, you have to have at least fishing 100. Wilfred gives you a 30-minute warning when the next hotspot is coming up. Here's an example of me fishing at one of the hotspots. The hotspots are spread throughout various cities throughout Collapser, and it will tell you in the message when it comes across as to which city that it's in. You're able to walk there manually or go through the Fishing Guild just like I showed you. While there, you'll notice that when you fish inside the water at the hotspot, there's an additional sparkle inside of it. This is showing that you have an additional chance at getting a fishing commendation while you are there. Often there are a lot of people running around that will steal your fish in bundles. Honestly, this is something that you don't need to worry about while you're at the fishing hotspot, simply because the chances of you getting commendations from fishing is greater than any loss that you could have of catching any of the monsters and having them stolen by somebody else. Going to the hotspot is so important because it gives you more commendations, which gives you more fishing scrolls, which gives you more monsters. And this just allows you to continue leveling up quicker and catching more fish. Another awesome feature that you need to use in fishing is Auto Bowl. If you type in !Auto Bowl, it'll show you the monsters that you have enabled to automatically go into a fishing bowl when caught. This is for Tritons and above. If you scroll through the list, you can see which ones you have turned on and which ones you have turned off. If you type in !Auto Bowl enable all, It'll make it so that way all monsters will automatically just be bowled for you as soon as you catch them. Again, this is great because then you don't have to worry about, like if you were to catch one, it would spawn and then you would die. It'll just go straight into a bowl as long as you have one on you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this got you a lot of information to help you start fishing.